I'm your Vrushali Kamble. You did your graduation from the 12th standard. Graduation from St. Xavier's.
Yes.
Okay, one of the reputed institute
Yes.
of Mumbai. Okay, and also 12th you have done from SIAS. Your address is New Bombay, Navi Mumbai, Nehru.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is Navi Mumbai a satellite town?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you explain the concept of the satellite town? Why this concept came into urban settlement?
Sir, I feel that Navi Mumbai is called a satellite town because when we look at it, it is a very smaller town when compared to other towns. However, it at the same time is very densely populated. Hence, I feel that it is called as a satellite town.
Okay. Now, generally, satellite towns are said to be the example of national integration. So, you believe in such?
Sir, I feel that a town, however it might be, whether it is a satellite town or whether it is a very big town, every town is a place where social harmony can take place and it can be a place of national integration. We can't divide per se.
In your hobby, you have mentioned about acrylic painting
Yes.
and voluntary teaching. What do you mean by voluntary teaching?
Sir, voluntary teaching basically means that we, without getting paid for a particular thing, go and teach at a particular place as a means of volunteering for the social service.
Okay. So, the students whom you teach, it is from the academic background or you teach regarding the hobbies and all this part, non-curricular activities?
Sir, so I used to teach in an orphanage and the students over there were mostly of the primary level or the pre-primary level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, you are the chief coordinator of your annual college festival.
Yes.
Okay. So, like you have handled the children also and also the youth.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, whom you find to be much more, what we can say, easily influenced. Either the children could be easily influenced or youth could be easily influenced.
Sir, I feel that children are more easy to be influenced because they are new to everything that they do, and hence we can help them guide and build a better picture the way we want it when compared to the youth who have already experienced a lot of things in their life and might be having a specific ideology about a particular thing. So I feel children are better to be influenced.
Vrushali, can you tell me any 3 strong points about your personality?
Yes, sir, I feel that I am patient. Apart from that, I am determined as well. And sir, thirdly, I would say that I am hardworking.
And 3 negative points?
Sir, when it comes to negative points, I feel that at times I become way too caring or emotional towards a particular thing, which can be my pro as well as my cons. But sometimes I get too influenced by a particular thing and I become too much attached to a thing. I think that at times acts as a negative to my personality. Apart from that, I can't think of anything else as of now. Yes.
Who is your role model in bureaucracy?
Sir, I feel that Tukaram Munde sir, who was also a commissioner in the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, is my role model. Yes, sir. Tukaram Jadhav sir, I'm sorry. No, Munde, yeah, sorry. Mundes.
I thought you would talk about the female role model. Anyway, Tukaram Munde. Okay, it's okay. What's your optional?
Sir, my option is political science and international relations.
Now, if you are a diploma and you are posted in China. So how will you try to improve the relationship between India and China? Seeing that the USA is interfering, or USA is more inclined towards India and trying to keep China away from India. So what would be you thinking, or what would you work on?
Sir, I feel there are various factors that we can work on. First of all, when it comes to economics, I feel that India is more of an importer. However, what we can do is that we can increase our exports to China. When it comes to defense sector or geostrategically, I feel that we should try to solve our differences with China when it comes to the border disputes, the five fingers specifically. And apart from that, sir, I feel that in order to improve the relations, we can also develop cultural importance of India in a particular nation, because we see Buddhism is very much in presence in China, and India is known as the hometown of Buddhism. So I feel that we can spread our cultural significance as well in that particular state. When it comes to education, we have seen that there are many Chinese students coming into India. At the same time, Indian students are going into China for education. So I think these all sectors can help us in developing an overall good relation with China.
One more thing that I want to ask you. Suppose, like, since you are involved in teaching, okay, now you might be knowing about the innovation, okay, innovative teaching.
Yes.
Can you tell me the biggest innovation that has created by man?
In teaching specifically?
In general.
Sir, I feel that machines are the biggest innovation that man has created.
Why so?
Sir, because machines have eased our work to a very large extent. We can see that because of industrial revolution, the whole system of the world changed on a very large scale, as many of the things which were taking a very long time to get processed were done at a more faster pace, and also at the same time it improved the standard of living of the people and the quality of life. So I feel machines are one of the biggest innovations.
The second thing that I want to ask you, since you're coming from the very reputed institution, so what is the role of the institution in the overall development of the personality?
Sir, when it comes to St. Xavier's College, it is known for having a very inclusive atmosphere. So I can say that when I was a student over there, many of my classmates were visually challenged or had various specially physical disabilities per se, or were Divyangs. Apart from that, there is also inclusivity when it comes to transgender students. I had many classmates who were transgender as well. So this created a very inclusive environment, and everybody is considered equal. Secondly, sir, we also had various programs, like a program called Social Involvement Program, wherein we are compulsorily supposed to work with an NGO or an orphanage per se. So this develops our personality overall. We are able to interact with the civil society at a very younger age. So I feel this helps us in our personality development. Thirdly, sir, also the education per se is considered as one of the best in Maharashtra, and the faculties over there are also very renowned and very much educated in their particular field, and I feel that helped us overall.
Now, suppose if there is a student from the Xavier's College, a girl student, and she is being smoking, so, or any of the reputed institution, so that is considered to be a good or bad from your perspective?
Sir, I feel that it is bad because it sets a wrong precedent in front of the society, that if you are coming from such a reputed institute which is known for taking in students who have such good academic background, and if you are doing something which is harmful or injurious to your health, and which the government repeatedly says so, and doing so and continuing to do so in public is wrong, in private life as well is wrong. Yes, sir.
Your hobby is voluntary teaching. So you are a teacher also. Which subject you teach?
Sir, I used to teach maths. Apart from that, I have also taught social studies like history, geography.
What difficulties children face while learning mathematics?
Sir, from what I have seen when I was teaching specifically students from the primary level, so I have seen that most of the students didn't know basic math. Like they didn't know addition, subtraction. Like even though they are going to the school, it was seen that they are not being taught in the proper way, and that is why today the demand for coaching institutes and tuitions has increased on a large scale. So I feel that there should be proper curriculum or teacher training should be done at the school levels, so that students are taught properly in the schools and basic mathematical equations can be solved in a much more better way.
You know, one nation, one election.
Yes.
So do you think there should be one nation, one exam also?
Sir, one nation, one exam as in one specific course exam, like a specific exam should be done. As in,
No,
I couldn't understand your
You
question.
understand the concept, one nation, one election?
Yes, sir.
So in the different state there will be election conducted simultaneously.
Right, sir.
So for all the school, for all the courses, the election should be conducted at the same time, respective of their courses. Do you think we should have such concept?
Yes, sir, we can have that. However, it has its pros and cons as well. When we look at the pros, I feel that every student will be getting an equal footing and equal start when it comes to giving that exam, and hence nobody would be considered as good or bad, be it in the rural areas or in the urban areas. However, sir, when we consider the cons of it, I feel that it will be very difficult to implement such a scheme at a very larger level, considering India is such a big country.
You are a student of political science. What do you understand by the constitution of the nation?
Sir, the constitution of nation can be summed up when it comes to the preamble, which tries to sum up our overall constitution by highlighting various values that our constitution is trying to say, like we are a sovereign country, a republic country, etc., and the different values that we abide by, like liberty, fraternity, etc. So I feel that our constitution can be.
Is India sovereign? In
Yes,
true
sir.
sense. Practically, is it sovereign?
Yes, sir, it is.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
What is sovereignty?
Sir, sovereignty means that no other power or particular power can restrict or can ask us to do a particular thing. For example, sir, I can say that even though we are part of the Commonwealth, we are doing that based on our own thinking and based on our own approach. There is no some other body, authority which is asking us to do so. It is our sole authority and sole right to do so. So I feel in that way India is a sovereign country.
What do you think? What are the qualities of good teacher?
Sir, I feel that teacher should first of all be very patient, because there might be different types of students that he or she might have to interact with. Secondly, I feel that they should have a proper communication skill when it comes to interacting with the children, because it is necessary that apart from knowledge, we should also be able to deliver the knowledge at the same time. These are the two things that I can.
Okay. And how will you rate yourself as a teacher out of 10?
Sir, I would say that I would give myself 8, because I have seen that the students that I have taught have always done good in their studies and always have been achieving very well.
Teaching is considered as a noble profession and you are doing good. Why you want to join civil services?
Sir, I never gave teaching very much thought. It came to me naturally, as I have said before, that it was a social involvement program through which I first interacted with the students, and later on I developed interest in it. However, when it comes to civil services, it was originally decided that I want to do civil services back when I completed my 10th standard. So it was already in my mind that I want to approach this exam rather than teaching.
It is seen that the drug addiction, smoking, alcoholic addiction is increasing day by day in the youth. So, what reasons you find for that?
Sir, a few reasons that I can cite is First of all, where a person lives. I feel that urban and rural areas also play a part. Mostly students or youth in the urban areas are much more addicted to this. Secondly, sir, when we come to the social aspect of it, I feel that family also plays a very important role. It is seen that most of the youth which consumes, they are part of a nuclear family, and they say they are not much connected to their parents. They don't get time in their parents from their parents, or proper relations are being developed, and hence because of that they go out in order to seek happiness, and hence they might get into wrong company and might develop such habits. Thirdly, sir, I also feel that smoking is considered as being very being very cool, or that kind of, so people try to do so. They are not understanding the health aspect of it, but they think that they will be considered as very popular among the crowd or the peer group, and hence they approach to such activities.
I will mention some terms, some names,
Yes.
and you have to tell what comes first in your mind, immediate, what comes in your mind. Power.
USA.
India.
Diverse.
Law.
Constitution.
Poverty.
African nations.
Marriage.
Marriage. Kinship.
Love.
Bonding.
Ayodhya.
Ram temple.
You are a student of international relations.
Yes.
What does this term dehyphenation mean? Dehyphenation.
Sir, I'm not able to recollect right now, but if I can take a guess, dehyphenation basically means it is discussed about in terms of Israel and Palestine. Dehyphenation is India having relations with both of them at the same time.
Okay. Like balancing the
Balancing the relations.
Okay. So recently there is a war in Israel and Hamas.
Yes.
So what do you think? Who is the righter side? Who is the right in this war?
Sir, I feel war in itself is not right. However, when we are to choose a side, I wouldn't say that anybody is right. It was first of all wrong of Hamas to attack. Secondly, even though Israel did attack, the amount of damage it has caused is also wrong. So I wouldn't say that anybody is right.
And the Russia-Ukraine war, who is on the righter side?
Sir, similarly, I can't say who is right. However, both are considering their national interest at that particular arena. Like Russia is scared of NATO reaching its backyard. At the same time, Ukraine wants to protect its sovereignty.
So India wants to be next superpower. Like everyone is like saying India wants to be Vishwaguru. So do you think that India should take stand on the international issue, because currently India is trying to balance? That is the NAM 2.0. So do you think India should move out from that particular concept?
Sir, I feel that India is taking a stand by mentioning that it is having strategic autonomy when it comes to taking decision with respect to various global issues that are taking place. And as India aims to become a Vishwaguru, I feel that India has done a lot, like the recent G20 summit wherein it invited African Union. I feel these are things which can be considered as a step in India becoming Vishwaguru.
But on the important international issue, India always try to balance the thing. Like for example, Russia-Ukraine war, Palestine-Israel war, or any other important issue. India is trying to balancing the thing. Like USA, UK, they are taking the stand clearly. We will support this particular party. Why India is not doing that?
Sir, when it comes to Israel and Palestine, when the UNSC votings were going on, India abstained. And the reason behind that was clearly stated that it was because Hamas was not mentioned in the document that was given when it comes to voting, and India was strictly held its view that it is against war and it is against militancy. So I feel that India is maintaining its stand properly and it is not balancing it, rather than it is taking what stand which it considers is right.
Pragmatic stand.
Yes, sir, we can say
Okay.
that.
You have done your hobby is like politics of environment in Asia. You have done conference in this particular
Yes.
part.
Yes, sir.
Exactly, what is exactly this thing?
So, sir, in this international conference, we called dignitaries from various countries. Like there was one dignitary from Bhutan, also from one African country, that is Egypt. Apart from that, sir, in this conference, what happened was that all the dignitaries came together. They were part of various environmental movements or various political movements, and were discussing on how politics over environment is taking place. For example, the Chipko movement was discussed. A dignitary from Uttarakhand was called, who has seen the Chipko movement. So the politics that took place over the Chipko movement was also discussed. Apart from that, various international issues in Asia. For example, the issue related to the rivers in the Himalayas was also discussed.
Okay. What is COP?
Sir, COP is Conference of Parties.
Okay. Do you think that climate change is a reality or it is just a hoax created by mankind?
Sir, I feel that climate change is a reality because there are various scientific evidences which are proving that. For example, the increasing global warming, the greenhouse gas emissions, etc.
Okay. But I heard there is a issue ki it is just a hoax created by the developed nation in order to subjugate the developing country like India. Because in order to sustain India, we have to emit coal. We have to use the coal. So do you think it is possible to do like renewable energy or that kind of thing for India, like country like India, developing nation?
Sir, I don't think that it is a hoax, and if the developed countries are spreading such a propaganda, we can see at the recently held COP28, there was a pledge being taken with regarding to reducing for phasing out coal or the global methane pledge, etc. But India didn't sign it. If they wanted the developing countries to become a part of it and take active action against it, the developing countries are also taking their own stand and maintaining the strategic autonomy in these things as well. And I don't hence feel that it is a hoax.
Okay, here you mentioned you are awarded credit for researching topic Earth Sustainability Secret. What is sustainability? What is sustainability?
Sir, sustainability is basically aiming to see to it that while we are using Earth's resources, we are also seeing to it that we are not exhausting them in a full scale, rather than we are using them as much as it is our need, and at the same time seeing to it that our future generation is able to take a fruit of that as well.
Do you think it is possible? Because there is a one report, World Footprint Network, WFN. उसके हिसाब से like we are consuming 1.2, 1.5 Earth every year. So do you think that is possible?
Sir, I feel it is possible. There is nothing which we can say is impossible, and there are various actions being taken for it in the same regard. For example, sir, we are if we see in the malls when we go, there are paper bags now being given. So such small actions are being taken.
Paper bag itself is made from the tree.
Right, sir, but then it is a recycled paper bag, so we see that recycling is taking place. Apart from that, we are also bringing in schemes to support the biodiversity, like to rejuvenate the corals. The various initiatives are being brought up, like the cryomesh, or for mangroves, the Mishti scheme was brought up recently by the government of India. So I feel actions are being taken, and we can reduce the dangers of climate change very soon.
Recently, there was a chaos in international relation about India and Maldives relation.
Yes.
Can you elaborate that particular issue? What was the crux of the issue, India Maldives?
Yes, sir. So, sir, recently elections took place in Maldives, and it saw regime change wherein new President Moizu was brought to power, and so the current party in power is considered to be anti-India. And as soon as they came to power, they brought in, they said that they asked India to remove its military from their land. At the same time, secondly, they also cancelled the hydrological survey agreement that was between India and Maldives. Because of this as well, controversies were brought in. And the most recent is the Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Lakshadweep, because of which controversies sparked between both the nations.
Okay, so why all our neighborhood is doing that? Like Sri Lanka is doing the same, Pakistan we already know, China is doing the same. Even there was a problem in Bangladesh, Myanmar. तो क्या इंडिया की पॉलिसी जो हम बोलते हैं we will prefer our neighbor, so it is a failing? Do you think that all neighbor are hating India directly or indirectly? Even Nepal is doing the same. Do you think our policy is failed?
Sir, I won't say that the policy has failed. However, there have been some drawbacks, and we are trying to cover up them. For example, if we see in Bangladesh as well, there have been very good relations with the country. We are increasing our exports and as all and other things. However, most of the disputes that have taken place, for example in Nepal, it was because of it was considered that India was interfering too much in their constitutional process.
That was my argument. We are
Yes,
like
yes, sir.
trying to be a big brother.
Yes,
so
sir.
all our neighbors agree with us.
Yes, sir.
So do you think India neighborhood policy has failed? We should abandon that particular policy.
No sir, I don't think it has failed, because we should look at the other initiatives as well. Example, the Sagar initiative, which has led to great prosperity and great name for our country in the Indian Ocean region. Apart from that, the various humanitarian aid that we provide. For example, for Maldives as well, the Operation Cactus or the Operation Neer, where we provided drinking water.
Itself is a problem for India-Maldives relation. Okay, one last question from what is ASAR report? ASAR report recently.
Sir, it is related to education, wherein they bring in data regarding the various, the educational status of our country.
Okay, who published this particular report?
Sorry sir, I'm not able to.
What is your opinion about Greta Thunberg?
Sir, I feel that it is very good that a woman at such a young age is able to take her stand,
But
and
she is publishing some alleged toolkits against India. So she is more of a politician or environmentalist?
sorry sir, I won't be able to comment on that particular.
So what do you feel about it?
Sir, I feel that she is an environmentalist. However, her policies may differ. It is her personal opinion when it comes to that aspect of it.
So Maratha reservation should be given or not?
Sir, the main criteria for providing reservation is social backwardness and educational backwardness. If the Marathas are satisfied this criteria as per the Supreme Court, then they should be given reservation.
And what is this thread you are wearing here?
Sir, it is a Rakhi that my sister tied me.
But it is sister ties to brother, right?
Right, sir. So, sir, I don't have a brother, and it has been since many years that me and my sister, we both tie Rakhi to each other, and we don't remove it year long. Yes.
Who is your favorite politician existing?
Sir, my favorite politician would be, I like Jacinda Ardern, or the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
In India?
In India, I would say S. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister.
Do you think that there is a global rise in the right-wing governments throughout the world?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So, the recent elections in Argentina and Holland, there has been rise of right-wing governments.
Yes, sir.
Right-wing parties are getting elected.
Yes, sir.
So why is it so?
Sorry, sir, I won't be able to comment. I haven't read much about it. I will read about it later on.
And you know about Mossad?
Yes, sir, I do know.
It is,
It is an intelligence agency of Israel.
yes, so it is considered one of the best in the world.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think it is possible that the intelligence agency of the caliber of Mossad was not aware that there is going to be an attack coming from Palestine?
Sir, it is being said as per the reports that they were given informations in between that something like this may happen. However, they weren't very much sure about it, or they didn't do much research on it. They were aware, however, they didn't think that it was a very serious threat, I will say.
Who is your favorite educator?
I feel my mother also teaches. I can say that my mother is my favorite educator.
And which countries have best education systems?
I feel Japan has a very good education system, wherein they, apart from teaching educational values, also teach various social values.
And are you aware of the recent regulations that have been placed on coaching institutes?
No, sir, I am not aware.
And you have said you are into acrylic painting.
Yes, sir.
So what is acrylic?
Sir, acrylic is a water-based painting. However, it is a more thicker version when compared to the watercolors.
Can you paint wall with acrylic?
Yes, sir, we can.
Recently, one of the sports person of Pakistan got recently married. Mr. Shoaib Malik, who is a Pakistani cricketer, got recently married. His previous marriage was with Indian sports person, sportswoman especially. Sania Mirza, the Olympian. So don't you think so? This has been unfair to Sania Mirza that he got recently married.
Sir, I feel that it is a personal opinion of a person whom to marry and whom to not marry. So I would not like to comment on this.
Okay, so can a person from India marry a person from Pakistan?
Yes, sir, we can.
We can, but Pakistan is our enemy state. Can we marry a person from enemy state?
Sir, as I mentioned earlier, it is the personal view of a person who he or she wants to marry, and irrespective of it being an enemy state, it was. We can also say that it was the state which was earlier a part of Indian subcontinent, which was earlier a part of India. So we can look at the positive side of it.
Okay. Now suppose you are made the head of investment, as an investment secretary of Maharashtra. How you will promote or convince any person, investors, to invest in India, in Maharashtra especially?
Sir, first of all, I would let them know that Mumbai is considered as the financial capital of our country, and it hosts most of the corporate houses, the headquarters of the corporate houses. So you would get a much more nearer perspective into the economy of our country. Secondly, sir, I feel that Maharashtra is a very big state. It is the third largest state in India, and hence there is a greater opportunity when it comes to the eastern sector as well as the western sector, as there are various types of lands available, various types of minerals available in our country which can be utilized to a greater extent. Thirdly, sir, I would say that the educational status or the skills of the people in our particular state are also very good, and which can be used to the best of their advantages.
Okay. Have you heard of the recent Davos summit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What you heard about it?
Sir, the Davos summit was organized by the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, wherein various state governments and various countries, apart from that various financial organizations or multinational companies come in and crack various deals.
Okay, so was there any representative from Maharashtra?
Yes, sir, there was.
Did they attract any investment?
Yes, sir, they did.
How much investment they have attracted?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recollect the number.
Okay. Now you mentioned that in the discussion that India is at a much more better position to tackle various challenges. So are you aware of the concept called as Gini coefficient?
Yes, sir, I am.
Can you rank India's, can you tell, I'll give you 4 countries, can you rank them according to their Gini coefficient?
Yes, sir.
USA, UK, China, India.
Sir, USA at the first. Secondly, I would say UK, and then China, and then India.
So India is last in Gini coefficient.
Yes, sir, when compared to the other 3 countries.
Other 3 countries.
Yes, sir.
Can we improve that situation?
Yes, sir, we surely can.
How we can improve that situation?
Sir, Gini coefficient basically deals with inequality and poverty. So, in order to improve that, various initiatives are being taken. For example, the Pradhan Awas Yojana. Recently, in Maharashtra itself, we could see that in Solapur, around 15,000 houses were allotted to the poorer section, like the gig workers or the hawkers, etc. So, I feel that poverty is being tried to reduce. Secondly, sir, we should try to improve our education, because it is only when our students, our youth have proper skills that they will be able to compete at the broader level. Thirdly, sir, I feel that we should give more push to the economic aspect of our country, because of which our exports will also increase. For example, the GI tax, GI tag products would be exported on a much larger scale, because of which the standard of living of the people, the particularly rural people or the poorer people, might come up, and it might help.
Okay.
Better
But
position.
every year there are lakhs of students who get graduated.
Yes, sir.
So the educations, we can say we have already reached a level where lakhs of students every year from different sections are getting graduated. First part. Second part, there is increased automation and the coming of artificial intelligence. Do you think we can provide skills to all the youths who are graduated, so that on one hand, if we provide the skills, but already their jobs have been eaten by the machines?
Sir,
So do you think we can balance both these things?
I feel that we can balance, sir, because humans are the main humans are the center of everything that is happening around, be it the AI or the other aspects of it. And when it comes to skilling, I feel that there are various initiatives being taken. For example, the government asked the companies, the multinational companies, set up 2% of their funds for skilling the youth, and the compensation would be given by the government. So such schemes are being brought up so that
So
initiatives.
these are those who are already in job. What about those lakhs of students who have just graduated every year? Do you know how much lakhs of students get graduated every year?
No, sir, I don't have.
Okay. Now tell me, you mentioned in one of the discussion about Ram Mandir. Yes. So just give me one word answer. Ram Mandir, the reconstruction of Ram Mandir, is a renaissance or a revenge?
Sir, I can't comment on this.
Sorry, who is the President of India?
Sir, Ms. Draupadi Murmu. Mrs. Draupadi Murmu.
She comes from the tribal background.
Yes, sir.
Now the elections are going to be held.
Yes, sir.
So, can we have a tribal Prime Minister?
Yes, sir, we surely can have.
So, by having tribal Prime Minister and tribal President, what could be the changes that would occur to the tribal problems that are seen in India?
Sir, first of all, when it comes to political representation, I feel that they are not very much properly represented. So when such a huge dignitaries of their particular tribe come up, I feel that they feel empowered and motivated to take part in the political process on a much larger scale. So this will increase the political representation. Secondly, sir, it would also show that the backwardness that they are considered to be backward or to be not much developed. However, when their representatives or the role models come up to such a position, it might motivate others to get enrolled into formal schooling and get proper job and education, which might at the same time economically help our country and also develop their standard of living. Thirdly, sir, it would show that India does not only say that India has unity in diversity, but it also reflects it through its various actions.
Okay, one more question that in your DAF it has been mentioned about Belgaum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is considered to be one of the disputed places.
Yes, sir.
So suppose you become a bureaucrat, an IAS officer posted in Belgaum, and there is an agitation that is taking place, and the agitation is that the Belgaum should be merged into the part of the Maharashtra. So the people who are carrying out the agitation, they comes to your office knowing that you belongs to Maharashtra, and then they want that you should have some kind of an soft corner, or you should put little bit kind of an pressure onto the local administration. So what do you do?
Sir, I would consider the demography and what is right at the particular instance. I would not take the side of the people of Marathi speaking people just because I am a Maharashtrian. Rather than I would take a balance where I would look at both the sides, about the pros and cons of both the sides, and I would try to come up with a balanced view considering all the points. However, if I'm allowed to give my view on this, when it comes to the Belgaum dispute, we can see that most of the adjoining areas of Maharashtra and Karnataka border, specifically in Karnataka, the villages of the border are mostly Marathi speaking. So it is not that the whole district is Marathi speaking, only some areas on the adjoining the border, which overall represents around 35% of the population of Belgaum district is Marathi speaking. So I feel that a proper committee should be set up on it and should be reviewed, and hence action should be taken so that no committee or no society is dissatisfied, community is dissatisfied, and right action is being taken.
My last question to you. It is said that regionalism is considered to be natural in India. Can you explain it?
Sir, it is said so when it comes in terms of India, because of India having various languages present in the country, which is different from when compared to the other countries. So as we can see that when it came to state reorganization, earlier it was decided that it should be done on administrative basis, but what happened in Andhra Pradesh, after that it was decided that linguistic basis should be termed as the key for separating. So I feel that language plays a very important role in regionalism in our country. Apart from that, economy also does play a very important role. For example, if we take the Maharashtra state itself, Eastern Maharashtra, Vidarbha and Marathwada are considered to be lesser developed and paid less attention to because of the economic aspect of it. So I feel economy also plays an important role in regionalism.
Do you have in yourself a feeling of regionalism?
No sir, I don't think I have a feeling of regionalism.
So the cattle you opted first, that is?
Maharashtra.
And that is what?
The next is Karnataka, sir.
That is regionalism.
Sir, I won't say that it is regionalism. I opted for the status because these are the places that I am well known with and I know what problems they are facing. So I feel that if I will be put up in these states, I would be better able to solve their problems because I have seen the problems of these two states as I have visited them since my childhood. So I would be a better administrator in these two states.
Northeast India has a large number of problems and you are coming from a very reputed institute. And you yourself is a teacher. So okay, as a person or as a what we can say the citizen of India, so you should have been thinking of more about the Northeast India because of the challenges that are there. And you yourself being a woman also, you can set an example of that.
Sir, sir, I feel that whatever state I am allotted to, I am fine with it because at the end I am to work for India as a nation overall. However, it was only because that I have known the problems personally of the people in these two states, I decided to keep these two states ahead. Hence, I feel that I would be a better administrator wherever I am put in.
Thank you.